here, trying to do some final housekeeping items on the stream, and why we're hearing two songs at the same time when neither show is actually being played. Alright. But you're drunk. Alright, so I shut down the bot and I'm relaunching it to try to get music to a sense of normalcy. I don't know why there were two songs at the same time. Dungeon Master hype. That is right. So we are now back in action here. This is Dungeon Masters of Entrath, Episode 2. Last week, 3 challengers took on the dungeon. Nobody was able to successfully clear it. Maybe their fortunes shall be better this week. We shall see. So quick refresh on what this is in case you're tuning in for the first time. Dungeon Masters of Entrath is designed as a PvP/PvE game show. There is a dungeon, that would be this, that is a series of encounters that players need to work their way through to get to the final boss. Everybody starts in room number 1. And then you go through a sequence of rooms until you eventually find the final boss. If you beat the final boss, you win the grand prize. Games are best of 1, so if you win, you move on. You lose, you're done. There are some rooms within a dungeon that are special one-off encounters. If those are beat, the room is sealed off, so nobody else has access to them. And that's what you see with the art for Starlight Pathfinder there. Tim Lagore cleared the first bonus encounter with a Starlight Pathfinder deck, took home an Evo code. That room is now sealed off, so the dungeon path will be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then a choice between 7 and 8. So that's kind of the general progression of things. Decks do have their own special rules about what you can bring into them. Most of these rooms, any deck is fine, but there are others that do require a specific set of rules to be obeyed. Rooms 4 and 7, for example, require only commons and uncommon cards to be used. Room 5, only troops and the shards necessary to run them. So those are the few special rules that people need to abide by here in approaching the dungeon. So I'm going to take down the map for a second and try to get up the giveaway screen here for looks like we got a few people in here to see who wants to who gets the first go at this. So set up, I'm going to go, since this is still the debut week. Actually, I think I could do this the same as last time. Let's see if that works. Okay, the bot says giveaway for dungeon entry started. Can buy tickets for 1 credits each. Your first ticket is free, so you can type in !ticket and a number to get your name in the hat for a shot at being the first person today to challenge the dungeon. And I don't see that is up. The giveaway notice is up on screen. Let me try to fix that in OBS here. Alright, doesn't feel like working for me. Oh, there it is. Okay. So dungeon entry, ! ticket, and a number. to get your name in the hat. Liquidator is in there with the one-ticket dream. Early bird tends to get the worm on this. So I'm gonna. Unfortunately, the dungeon entry icon does not show the clock on it, which is a pity. Eternal Doom, you are now in there. If I'm recalling correctly, you'd be RM Rad, who had the first attempt on this dungeon last week. So the two of you are in there. Total time elapsed, 1:30. I'm going to leave it open another 90 seconds to see if anybody hops in the queue, and otherwise I will draw. Yep. Literally right now it is a coin flip between the two of you. How's it going on this lovely Sunday? We got some great weather out here. The sun is shining. It's, I think, in the high 30s or low 40s here in Minnesota, which for this time of year is practically t-shirt and shorts weather. Break out your flip-flops. It's a real nice day. Good day to just relax, play some Hex. About 40 seconds left on the giveaway, and then I will flip the coin if it remains just the pair of you. 30 seconds. Here it's below 0. Ew. Good reason to stay inside then. "10 seconds left by the time. With the stream delay you hear this, I've probably hit the button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the first challenger is Liquidator with the one-ticket dream. Congratulations. And I am going to clear that giveaway screen. Okay, so Liquidator, I need from you your Hex in-game name. Mine is Thrawn. And I will pull up the dungeon map here, just in case you need it. And gonna remove the grand prize for a minute. Yep, that's alright. So room 4 requires commons and uncommons only. Room 5, troops only. For the other rooms, any deck is fine. And Eternal Doom, I'm going to be keeping an eye on my chat. If it doesn't appear that anybody else is around to jump into the queue, then I may not do a ticket raffle, and I may just say you're up next. My general, but we'll wait and see how active chat is at that point. As my general rule is going to be whoever challenges the dungeon, if you fail, you cannot do a back-to-back dungeon attempt. If somebody else jumps in, then it's fine. Oh, because this is window capture. I see if I go into the viewer list, that shows up on stream too. Okay, now we know. But if there's one person as a buffer, then you can challenge multiple times in a single day. I'm fine with that. Hopefully, because you can't do a game show without watchers. My stream is absolutely 100% dependent on there being people to challenge these dungeons to play. Alright, Liquidator is back. But I think as I get into the habit of doing these, and as I maintain a regular schedule and this becomes more known, it'll be hopefully easier and easier to get contestants, so I'm not super concerned about it right now. Okay, so my in-game name is Thrawn. I just need your in-game name, and either shoot me a message or a whisper when you are ready. Chat delay. Two things, just to make absolutely sure it's coming through. Liquidator, I need your hex in-game name, and then either I need you to send me a whisper, or I will send you a whisper. Okay, IGN is Liquidator / whisper LIQUIDATOR. Ready? Question mark. Okay. So now at this point, when you are playing the dungeons, you want to have the stream muted and minimized, obviously for fair play so you don't see what's happening. And you can use any deck for the first 2 rooms, and then room 4 you have to switch to the uncommon and common deck. So let's see here. I will send you a challenge. Dungeon Round 1, Room 1. Coin flip decides on this room. You too. So the coin flip decides who goes first on this. I will go first on the second one. Coin flip decides on the third room. Liquidator coming in with 8 of the Apparitionist. That is not a champion we've seen yet in this dungeon, and I need to remove the map so y'all can see what's going on. Fixed. Alright, this is keepable. Shield Trainer. Nothing to do here but play a shard and pass the turn. And dungeon's going to take 1 point of damage here. Okay. Play a shard and put out Forbidden Tome Seeker. We'll go ahead and mill a couple cards. Woof! Hit a high Infinitrix. That's a nice denial there. Hero of Legend hits the table. Becomes a 3/5. Forbidden Tome Seeker does not want to mess with the Shield Trainer. Second Shield Trainer or a Scheme?
I will finish.
I think the second Forbidden Tome Seeker. Although that deck is going to plow through early on at this point. When a troop you control deals damage to it, a champion, create a valor, and put it in your hand. And it's invincible. Dungeon's going to hold here. Deathless Guardian comes out. Skim another couple cards off the top, and throw out the Splinter. challenge for the Chaos Touched here is that that Hero of Legend is going to keep creating Valors pretty quickly. And all of them are going to be invincible when they swing in. Really, the hope is to live long enough to... well, Ripple of Janango isn't even going to help here because you have to swing in to power up its board wipe effect. Blocks. I'll take 4. The Chaos Touch do not have great answers for what's happening over there. Will come out to try to stem the tide. That'd be wide open, but 4, 8, 10 on the bounce back for 4, 7, 10 swinging in. Chaos Touch in a fit of madness, raging! Especially since that's the only way to make Ripple worth a dang. Ripple would now get all of those off the board for a turn. Madness Fuel Charge! Oh, I forgot my notebook over there. Hopefully I don't need it. Well, that may have been... that would have blocked one... I don't... no, the Chaos Touch still didn't have 10 to push through. Ripple of Janango is just over here going, "Tag me in! Let me unleash madness upon my enemy!" Now Liquidator weighing the options. Oops. High Infinitrix comes into play. And no attack. Okay, that is not a shard either. Need the shard! Cannot swing through on account of high Infinitrix. Cannot play another Ogth because they are unique. So, Splinter number 3 is going to come out. Don't have enough shards to use one of their one-shot repels. So we're going to play Max Defend for the moment. Can you push through? Or shall you... Dang it, I can't type. Madness. Gotta have a little bit of Dungeon Master trolling going on. Okay, so the Hero of Legend is now a 6/8, a 7/9, flying, steadfast, life drain, monstrosity. No choice but to throw a Splinter in front of it. Okay, Valor goes on to the Ardent Crusader. Ogth takes away another card. Ogth has taken away all the shards. It seems like that. There's the Dream Shard! And Ripple is good for 5, which is all of them. When put each opposing non-chaos touch troop with cost 5 or less into its controller's hand. The Ripple Dream! Liquidator's Spelly. The Chaos Touch deck proved that it is not just a whipping boy. After going 0-3, it might take one. Well, I should have looked first into what awaits me. No worries. Actually, oh no. Yep. The Chaos Touch are coming, pushing through now. That's lethal. That's death on board. The Ripple board wipe in to save the day. Everybody give Liquidator a hand when they're back in chat here for a brave attempt. Good game. It was looking pretty good for you for a while there. I was sitting on that Ripple trying to figure out how to power it up to where it would become the board wipe I wanted it to be. Meanwhile, waiting turn after turn after turn for that 6th shard to get it to go. So we have seen the Ripple dream get lived. But Eternal Doom, if you would like to have a go at the dungeon next, I will go around Ticket Lottery and call you up here since you're active in chat. And then after that we'll go back to Ticket Lotteries. So if you want to go, just let me know. Oh no, you can enter the dungeon again. The only rule I have about dungeon entry is that if you challenge the dungeon and you lose, you cannot challenge it again until somebody else has played it. I don't want the same person going back to back, unless there's literally nobody else to play around to play, and we need to do that to keep the show going. But otherwise, if there's two people who want to go, or more, then I want people alternating off attempts at the dungeon. But yes, you can definitely have another shot at the dungeon. Unless Eternal Doom clears it, then we'll probably move on to the next dungeon. That deck gets in a lot of damage before the cast touch are able to muster up any real resistance to it. As a matter of fact, that might just smash through before the cast touch are able to do much of anything. Tim Lagore, what is up? Welcome to the Sunday edition of Dungeon Masters of Entrath. I think we're just dead. As we're Fanged Cree Dream. Had to go to Chemist for Friend just before the stream. Chores. 2 Tuskers is not an easy draw. Find us some spiders. No spiders. Nothing to stop that next turn. Now that I'm back, you can kill him off and let me have another turn. We shall see. Chaos Touch deck. Well, we've only had one challenger today. That was Liquidator. Chaos Touch got its first win, thanks to a Ripple of Janango board wipe. Quarter 2 said, yeah, you're like, well, there's a stream I was going to watch at noon, but alright, fine, gotta go fast. Time for room 2. Chaos Touch fall quickly. Alright. Dungeon, oops. Room 2. Yes, dungeon goes first. $6 p.m. Are you, Tim Lagor, are you UK? I believe that would be the right time zone, or at least in that general time zone. One shard. So much good here, but, this isn't quite as good, but it has a little more gas. And it has more answers to Quashridge Tuskers. Okay, skipping to the end of turn. So long as the Delver doesn't cheat. I wonder if somebody's speaking from experience. Okay, we're going to burn that before that can even get going. And pass the turn here. Unfortunately, none of the big constants that get this really going. And the Guru of the Wounded Petal hits the table for Gas Troll and Redling. Oops, I gotta skip this one. I made a mistake and I didn't delete every... Looks like I missed one song that could get the video muted. I took my old playlist and deleted all the, Yeah, the Ripple Dream actually worked. It was the first and probably last time that will ever happen. Oh, 2 shards is not a good place to be stuck on. Gotta burn to the ground for 1 to kill that Bolt Spasm. Just trying to save some health here. I'm gonna throw up the grand prize again. So I think that just obscures the clock. Y'all don't care how much time is left, because these games never run to time. And we all know the game well enough to know what phase it is, so that's fine being obscured. Alright, throw down Mindpire, because it's all we can do. Gonna have to eat 5 more. Maybe 6 more if a Dreadling is played. Woof. The draws. That's almost... I like Esmrad's chances here. This deck has not drawn a good sequence of draws to be very challenging this time. Oh, that's it, Baby Yeti. Crushing through. And room 2 has fallen now! Alright, Esmrad's on to room 4. And room 4 is Coin Flip Decides. Now, where are my whispers? Yes, room 4 next, and commons and uncommons only. Commons, uncommons only. Have a deck ready for that one. Okay, good. That was on the challenge. Okay, looks like another aggro deck. Okay, Coin Flip Decides on this one, so the dungeon wants... switch decks between rooms. There will be future dungeons where you have to use one deck for a sequence of fights, but for all the dungeons I have drawn up currently, you can rotate any deck you want between a fight. So you can basically design decks to be specific weapons to counter the challenge that you're being presented with by any specific room within the dungeon. Let's get a prophecy out there and get a Night Sky Prophet out there to start stacking true prophecies on whatever room we pull next. The dream is to get prophecy stacks on another Night Sky Prophet or an Ashwood Apprentice, and then basically empower them to double that. Deploy all troops you control with troops you control with cost 1 or less get +1/+1. Very strong card for that deck, which is another 1-drop Dream deck. Continue to declare defense. And we'll block the Savage Raider. And it gets Crushing Blow. And Iotachi Brute. See, there's the dream. 6-4 in power. So that would become a 12-8 if we can live long enough to double it. Again, I may retool this deck to make it harder, because so far everybody who's played this deck has made a mockery out of it. So I think it needs a retool to go to the level of challenge that it was intended to have. Okay, room 5. Send the challenge. Also, the challenger goes first in room 5, which is another thing that makes it harder for the dungeon. Alright, SMRAD has brought Marshal Josephina to the table. I'm gonna toss that. Should have kept it the first time. Alright. Dungeon punts. The dungeon has punted righteously on this one. But Two Heart of the Wrathwood in hand is the dream. Turn 2 Briar Legion is a thing. So there are chances here. Okay, Cerulean Mirror Knight's gonna come out. On the other side. And there's Briar Legion number 1. Briar Legion deck, you got it. It was one of my favorite things to do in set 1 drafts when I could get away with it. I wanted to try to find a way to make the Briar Legions great again, but so far everybody has said, nope, the Briar Legion dream is dead. Off transmog from the heart. Really anything. Plus it's just a big badass plant on its own. Okay, no swings here. Oh, I mean, I suppose, yeah, if somebody plays... Your question is probably, wait, if somebody plays Transmogrifate on it, right. Anything that can play well with plants, I guess. Oops, that's going to stun that. So far that's not happened because the deck hasn't lived long enough. Unless it's brought to justice, yeah. Deal 2 damage to each troop with flight. Can't empower it right now, or, well, yeah. Your days are numbered, sir. Boy, do we have a surprise coming for you next turn. Just gonna hold here. Yes, there are only troops allowed for your deck. As the dungeon is gonna cheat from time to time. Because those are some of the levers I have to kind of create difficulty where I can do things that you can't, that will make things a little I had to put some Batman the Animated Series music into the stream playlist. Indigo Dreamweaver. The next card in your deck with cost 1 or greater gets you can play this for free. So what's better than a troop? A free troop. That's a lot of damage that's going to hit in the face. Do those all give Valors too? Create a Valor. That's going to be a lot of Valors. Those two won't. But yeah, that's a lot of Valors to pass out like candy. You get a Valor, and you get a Valor, and you get a Valor. Other plants you control have +2 and Steadfast, which would be great, but we did. Fear the 7/7 Heart of the Wrath with the can. Oh, it can't have block now, but that's still 4, 5, 6 in the air. I think we're dead on board. Now we're definitely dead on board. I don't even have to math. Room number 5 has fallen. The Plant Dream. No match for the Valor Army. Now we get to room 6. The room no one has yet been able to clear. Challenger even goes first on room 6. challenge. You can use anything in room 6. Any deck. Okay. Alright. Do we see our first victory here? Wait, did I say I have to go second here, right? Challenger goes first on room 6. This is fine. Could do for another shard, but it has potential. We have a Might Singer of Ages, we have a Rabbit, we have a couple Cyclone Shapers to knock down the cost of actions. Do want to see a couple shards in the next few turns, though, to make sure that the gas is pumping on our random engine. Nothing on turn 2. Okay, really need a shard now. Throw down the Might Singer of Ages and pass. But very much need that third shard. Buccaneer will bounce the Might Singer of Ages back into our hand. And that's not a shard, but at least we can tunnel Reese. Dungeon Death by Shard Screw. Shard? That's not a shard either. Stormcloud is not going to get to explode into a bunch of happy cloudlings. The dream with this deck, which I have successfully pulled off before, is to get a bunch of get several chargers onto Stormcloud and then break them into Stormlings, and then immediately polymorphic army all those Stormlings into bigger, better troops. You practically don't even care what you hit, because any of them, if you're putting any amount of resources into that card, is going to be better than a Stormling. There's like no bad hits with that combo. Okay, there's our extremely late third shard. Lullaby is actually decent here, given how bad the situation's looking. Poly Army can be played for less than 9? What? I'm not sure I believe that. That was a note to any drunk coyote out there. Take the 10. That hurts. And an Elder of Lost Ages. One shot, Deathcry put it into play, so basically it has 2 lives. Now those become flyers. air. So that's 4, 8, that's 12 in the air. I think the only play here may be the do nothing for a turn and lullaby play. Have the music a little quieter. Okay, I just turned it down. Let me know if that fixed it, or if that's better. Alright, lullaby. Oh, Cyclone Shaper into lullaby that would have worked. That would have been a smarter play. Because that would have made it cheaper. Okay, so Reese comes out. Yeah, not playing the Shaper was a mistake. Is it the, no, we don't really want a poly with Reese right there. Gonna Preston. Let's see what happens. Choose up to 2 cards in your hand. Those cards get cost -1. Transmogrifade on Reese to make him a brutal bone cracker. Okay, so everything's flying except that guy.
Gift.
Mistakes have been made by the dungeon this time. Yeah, I'm gonna just pop the cloud for a couple of flying blockers. And that should have been done pre-combat because that would have made the Runeer stronger. So I'm living up to my nickname as the Avatar of Ponce here right now. Or I'm playing more realistically like the game's AI. Maybe it's that. Oh, the freebooters. Just denying. No blocks for you. Is this even legal? Because we're dead, right? So polymorphic army for 0, because we're dead. Oh, it doesn't even do anything. Dang, I was hoping there would be something smart-ass would happen for that. Alright, we're in uncharted territory.
Not again.
Nobody has beaten... That's the first time Room 6 has fallen. Alright. So now we have to see what the pick is, because these rooms are unknown. Venturing into the unknown. Room 7 or 8. what is the pick? Room 7 is an anything goes room. Let's go to room 7. Okay. That is commons and uncommons only. Challenge. Alright, what happens next?
You're walking in the woods.
Long challenge time.
There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. He's following you, about 30 feet
Alright, I'm gonna
back.
cancel the challenge just a second.
Down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. He's gaining on you.
Shia LaBeouf.
You're looking for your car, but you're all
Challenge.
turned around. He's almost
Room
upon
7.
you now, and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere.
Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. It's Shia LaBeouf. Lurking in the shadows. Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Living in the woods. Shia LaBeouf. Killing for sport.
Is room 7 the final boss? Or is it a challenge room?
Now it's dark, and you seem to have lost.
It must be one or the other.
Hopelessly
Just
lost
gotta
yourself.
disconnect. Alright, we will
Stranded
hold.
with a murderer, you creep silently through the underbrush.
No prob.
Aha! In the distance, a small cottage.
We'll
with a
hold.
light
We'll
on
hang out a second.
it. You move stealthily toward it, but your leg, it's caught in a bear trap.
And while we're waiting, let me see here. Contests set up. Will Smrad win it when it's all? Question mark. Yes. No.
You limp into the dark
Min bet
woods,
10.
blood
I'm gonna
from
turn
your
that down to
stumbling
5.
leg. You've beaten Shia LaBeouf.
Wait, he isn't dead. Shy surprise. There's a gun to your head and death in his eyes. But you can do jujitsu.
Alright, we've got the challenge going, or the contest. See if that's gonna show up here, hopefully. Hopefully that'll show up in a second.
His head topples to the floor.
Okay, there we go, it's up. Will SM Brad win it all, yes or no? Room 7 it is.
From Shia LaBeouf.
And we'll let that continue to count down. Go SM Brad. Alright, send challenge, room 7. We will see. Should I bet on myself? Well, you have the chance. I should have put less time on this. But you got some time. And I'm gonna edit that. We'll just tuck that over there for now. I'm actually going to hide it, but you got more time to bet. And I should remember that the dungeon plays coin flip decides on room 7. We're going first. Keeping that. Send out the Electroid. And pass the turn. And that deck is well positioned to try to counter what this deck wants to do. So we'll see how this goes. Summon a worker bot. And pass the turn. Feel like better targets for Crackable. Yeah, probably, but we've seen this deck before, and it appears to be a one shard wonder. Everything in there costs 1, and there are no because it's commons and uncommons only. There aren't going to be Quash Ridge Tuskers in there, so everything in there is designed to crash in hard and fast. And so we need to just try to hold position for as long as possible. While that deck goes ham. Skip blocking. Gonna take 4. Well, there would have been one of the better targets for the Crackling Bolt. This hand is kind of out of gas early. So there's a pretty good chance that there are some crushing blows in there somewhere. But kind of got to make them have them, and then run out of gas. The Cry of Gawain, the total blowout. Tarot bot's gonna come out. Only gonna swing in with 1 right now. I probably should have swung in with both, because then I could have made a tarot bot for a blocker. Or not a tarot bot, a worker bot. Alright, so I live in fear of another crushing blow. It should be known as crushing blowout. Another empowered Cry of Gawain. And it's pure defense time. Alright, how many times are we going to get slammed around by... It's happened twice now. deck could just be a bag full of combat tricks. Crushing Blow. Crushing Blow. I think that just ends it right there. Boom! Okay. One room to go. One room to go.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together.
And I don't have notes on what was, I've left my notes aside on what the prize was for that one, but yes, there's going to be a prize for that one. So I will grab my notes after this room. I don't want to +2, and then if you've played more, it transforms into a Hellfire Skarn. All that deck needs to do is Transmogrifade to ruin it. Yeah, we need to power up fast. Time is not our friend. See, I'm gonna do that. Do the pump and swing. And on the turn, that will transform. When you have no cards in hand, this gets +3/+3. And I think sitting on the pheromones is the right call here. Unfortunately, this deck suffers for card draw because it's supposed to be like 1-drop aggro, which is now kind of 1-drop. Oh crap, we're out of gas. Okay, that's gonna come flying in. Must block if able. So that would be a way to get rid of the Fortunately, Gas Troll doesn't help with the state of the board. Is it worth doing a Pheromones on him? Unmerciful Tormentor becomes a 4/4 as soon as that gets played. But that's not big enough to stop the Hero of Legend. So the Valor train is going to start here pretty quickly. Oof, 2 of them. Swinging in with the Ardent Crusader. Gonna Valor up the other guys. Hello! Wild Growth helps. That would make that a 6/6, which could kill one thing. And the Pheromones is going to transform this into something bigger. Get to 9 on the Scar. Yep, everything. That'd be 6/6, that'd be 9. That would be 10, 11, 12, 13, that's 14. Swinging in. Probably is all too late. Because dealing with the Heroes of Legend isn't going to change. With one Hero of Legend isn't going to change this board state enough. Better to kill a thing. Yeah, because there's so much life left there. That'd be 9, 10, 11. 11 gets down to 10 health. Oh, yep. That still wouldn't have killed them both, though. So we can kill one Hero of Legend or deal 9 to the face. But then a Pheromones doesn't replicate this. I think it's a no-win scenario either way. Take out a Hero of Legend. transmogrifade into nothingness. And that was another thing that was probably going to happen. Dungeon number 1 is going down! The Elder of Lost Ages. Yeah, this is beyond hoop for a one-shard wonder. Don't even have the threshold to use the champ power. Bonsai charge. Go to end phase. Bowie Starlight. Starlight's a 6/6. Alright, continue to defense, and boom! We have a winner! Alright, close that and let me grab my notes real quick, because I have my prize list on them. Well done. So, the grand prize, which is what you see here, Cloud King sleeve code, a draft pack, a Shards of Fate legendary chest, 24,000 gold, Heart of Embers, Psionic Flame, and we're going to throw in another 26,000 gold off the challenge room to get you to an even 50,000 gold, so that you could actually spin that legendary chest if you were so inclined. So that is all going to be going your way. And I have to mark this down. Start that, and 50k. All that for SM Rad. Congratulations! So now I need to wipe this out. And we gotta reset for the next dungeon. Next dungeon, we're going to start with... Next dungeon is shorter, so the next dungeon's an Evo pack and a Grace of Tianost. Regular arts, not AA. Oops. And 12,000 gold. And every time somebody dies against the dungeon, something else is going to get added to that grand prize pack. And let me see here. I gotta give you the rewards away because SM Rad did win it all. How do you win? Let me pull up the map for the next dungeon and then I will give an explanation. There's a single deck building restriction for the next dungeon, which applies to all rooms in the dungeon. So, technically, you could get away with only building one deck if you thought that your one deck could clear the entire dungeon. I need to just change up the map, and I'll see, make sure that works. Okay. So here's the map for Dungeon 2. I forgot to add in the deck building restrictions. This deck is entirely a silver, kind of Silver League or Eco League, whatever you want to call it, deck. You can play any cards you want as long as they are common or uncommon. for the entire dungeon, no rares, no legendaries. That's the only deck building restriction you have to abide by. Now this has 3 different branching paths, so you could get through this dungeon in as few as 4 fights if you wanted to. Because there's one, pick one of 3, then 5, then 6. Los Presente 7, I hope I didn't slaughter that. Thank you for the follow. So, how Dungeons of Entrath works now that I have the next map up, just to kind of explain things again. All players start in room 1. I do not announce in advance what the decks are going to be. You have to learn and find that out as you play through the dungeons. And so it's kind of, once people see the first person or the first couple people to go through are the brave explorers kind of blazing a path, because you're going into the unknown. You're venturing into unseen terrain. You don't know what the decks are going to be, so you're going in blind to try to figure out what's going on. Whereas other players have a bit more of an advantage if they've been watching the stream and paying attention to know what each room is doing. Then you can build the deck to specifically counter what that room is doing, because these decks don't change, and I allow you to change decks between each room if you so wish. Liquidator the First, thank you as well for the follow. So you can change decks between rooms. The rooms are best of 1. Nelium, the follow train, thank you all. You are allowed to change decks between rooms, and matches are best of 1 as you've seen. So if you win, you move on. If you lose, you're out. There is just 1 bonus room in this dungeon. The others are considered mandatory encounters. If you beat the room that is the bonus encounter, you get a special prize, and then that room is sealed off for future runs. It's not an encounter other people can choose to join. So that's kind of the basic concept of how this works. If you have any questions, if there's something I can try to explain better, let me know and I would be happy to do so. So it's kind of a mixture of player versus player with player versus environment, where you're working your way through this dungeon. Now I do not have the 3rd dungeon ready, so if people clear through this, well, already in the next 90 minutes or so, we'll see where things go from there. But yeah, you could just YOLO make a deck so that you've got something ready to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the giveaway image again, and we're going to restart the ticket raffle for an entry. Oops, that's contests. Giveaways, set up, dungeon entry, start. Okay, so the ticket raffle's open. Tickets cost 1 each, and your first ticket is free. Remember, every minute that you watch the stream, you're earning a credit. Tim Lagore isn't cheap, honest. You've redeemed the free tickets. So the more tickets you put in, the better your odds. Next week, the cost of tickets is going to go up. But right now, if you've watched the stream for a measly 1 minute, you could enter into the drawing. Actually, you could just hop in right away because the first ticket's free. And I did get WorkerBot integration set up this time so that we have that going for us. Yeah, it says you're... I don't know why the bot's not... You don't have enough credits to buy 5 tickets? I would think you should. Rollator, thank you for the follow. Let me take a look at the... I'm going to try to troubleshoot this here while we've got the giveaway running, because I would think you should be able to do more than the free ticket. Unless the bot only lets you buy, or enter in tickets once, it doesn't let you change it. That would be odd. Trying to look at the leaderboard to see how many credits you've got, and it's oh, here we go. Search for a viewer. All right, it's not showing you on the leaderboard. This bot's still in beta. We could have these issues from time to time. I'm still trying to figure out the kinks with it. After buying a ticket, how do you make the deck? The deck is just, in Hex, just like you would make any other deck. Just make a deck in Hex. In your... Let me get this moved over. In your card collection. And we're going to load a different deck. So it's just, any normal deck, you're just making a deck, but you can only use common and uncommon cards, no rares or legendaries. Alright, you might just have to put in as many tickets as you want to buy the first time. I don't know why the bot's being picky like that. So I apologize, Nilium or Nilum, that it's not letting you put in more than just the freebie. Alright, I'm going to give it another 15 seconds and then I'm going to draw a winner here. Okay, well, just let Timlagor do it. I'm going to extend the time out a little bit, because it let Timlagor change it. Yeah, try ticket, space, and then a number. Try it again and see if it updates it. I wonder if that still doesn't make sense. Yeah, you've got 30 credits. You should be able to buy 30 tickets if you wanted to. I have no idea why the bot is denying you. The bot should not be doing that. Alright. Eternal Doom, yeah, you've got... Okay, since the bot is so obviously screwing over one particular person, I'm gonna refund everybody's tickets. I'm gonna close that out. You all got your tickets back, so nobody actually lost any. And I'm gonna start this up again. The button might not like the cut of his jib. That's true. All right, so I reset it. Try again, and buy the number of tickets you actually want to, and let's see if the bot will let you do it this time. I have no idea why it was singling you out when you clearly have enough credits to buy multiple tickets, and yet it would not let you do it. Alright, so everybody's tickets got wiped, so everybody's going to have to re-enter again. But I didn't like it being unfair and not letting one person change their ticket entries for some reason when everybody else could. That seems silly. There we go. This time it let you do it. But you had enough tickets to do that before the thing even opened, so I don't know why it wasn't being kind to you before. That seems really silly, and I can't make sense of it. Except to say it's a bot that's in beta, so I guess these things are going to happen sometimes? Question mark? Alright. So we're at about 2 minutes now. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, and then this time I am going to draw it. Well, you all still have a little bit more time to make your deck that is commons and uncommons only. And put some thought into which order you want to attack these rooms in. Next Sunday is a little bit up in the air. It may not start at the same time that today's stream did, because I might have some social things going on where I would not be home to start the stream until an hour or 2 later than normal. If you follow me on Twitter or keep an eye on the Twitch page below, where there's that stream feed section, I will post updates in both locations on the time. So there may or may not be a Sunday stream next week, and if there is, it's probably going to start a couple hours late. I kind of try to book things on my weekends, so I can't guarantee that I have every Sunday free. But when I do have Sundays free, I want to do this stream so that I know people in the Euro time zones have a better chance to participate without having to watch it an ungodly hour of the day for you guys. Alright, 15 seconds and then we're going to draw the winner. Which I realize by the time you probably hear that I'm clicking the button, such as the nature of Twitch delays. Tim Lagore! You are the next contestant on Dungeon Masters of Entrath. Columns, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And Tim Lagore, let me know when you are ready to go. And for everybody who is not named Tim Lagore, I'm going to get this set up here. Oops, close that out. Oh, look at that. I already have How Will Tim Lagore Go? Let's hear lose room 1. Lose room 2, 3, or 4. Time frame, we're going to go 3 minutes and min bet 5. Alright, so for everybody else, you can bet on how far Tim Lagore will go. And I want to make sure that's showing up properly on stream. It is. It's kind of blocking chat, but that's fine for the short term. So you can bid your tickets for a chance to win more tickets. You have 3 minutes to bid on how far Tim Lagore makes it in this dungeon. And let me see here. Silver Dungeon, Room 1. We shall say the coin flip decides everything. And if nobody clears this dungeon today, I will set real rules on that for next time. This hand really wants a diamond shard, or a sapphire. Tim Lagore is throwing out Yodel. There's our sapphire. Yes, it was a very nice top deck. Okay, so now Stern Infinitor, Air Superiority, or, well, can't play Flock of Seagulls yet. Let's go for probably building the air presence. And end the phase there. Okay, so betting on how far will Tim Lagore go is closed, so I will remove that from the screen. And immediate crackling bolt on the Stern Infinitor. Alright, now we got double duty. Flock of Seagulls. And Air Superiority. And swing in for 3. Flyer hype! Indeed, Nero. Fiona Honeyfinch welcomes you to the Silver Dungeon. And another crackling bolt. The seagulls are now extra crispy and in the graveyard. Oh hey, what's better than 1 air superiority? 2 air superiorities! And end the turn. I'm actually surprised I hit 2 of those. That's fortuitous draws. Yeah, that's a lot of damage on board. Alright. We're gonna nerf the attack on all of those. Play Spellstone Gargoyle. Swing in for 4. Spellstone Gargoyle is now a 4/6. And I'll play that shard so he knows he's got trouble coming at him again. Okay, and this does 2 damage to each opposing champion or troop that was dealt damage this turn. Doubling up on that effect. I have had better hands with this deck, says Tim Lagore. So right now that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably do have to block just to make sure that a single crackling bolt can't kill. And Dungeon Bad Manners. It was just enough if you did nothing last turn. Yep, GG. Oh, he was the Ruby Shard. Play the Saf. Oops, didn't notice it was waiting on me. Yeah, there we go. So Tim Lagore bravely ventures into the dungeon. He takes the first crack at it. Discovers that what awaits is Fiona Honeyfinch. And let's update the oh, you forfeited. Does that mean I win? No, it's best of 1. But you know that, and you're kidding with me. Okay, next on the list. Say Might and Malice gets added to the grand prize. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got the next 5 on my prize list written down here before I have to actually go back in my collection and figure out what I have that I can afford to give away. Alright, so let's see here. Lose room 1, pick a winner. Alright, I'm gonna get this set up again for you guys. Oops, giveaways set up. And let's start that. Get this back up here. Alright, so buy-in is open again for the dungeon. Nice, everyone had such confidence in me. I think there was only one person who bid in the contest. Someone else can go while I have to go back to deck building, I guess. Oh, it's a free ticket. Yep, so step on up if you are so inclined. And let me see if I can juggle a couple things at once while we are doing the buy-in. Oh, nice, I can just edit. Well, I can edit past contests, so all I have to do is change that. Excellent. Okay, people playing it safe with their tickets. I see some free tickets dipping the toes in the water. Nobody wants to go whole ham. I have 4 people entered, a total of 8 tickets. 3 people just throwing in their free ticket. People don't want to end up like Tim Lagore. Well, remember, you're earning 1 credit a minute, so it's very easy to build your credit stash back up right when I'm only charging 1 ticket to get in. I have faith in my Bombus list, even though Flight sort of counters it. Yeah, it would be kind of unsporting to buy. It would. Well, plus remember, I don't want one person who just played to have 2 attempts in a row without somebody in between. Alright, so we're going to give this another 30... Actually, I'm going to give this another minute. I'm going to step away real briefly to grab myself some water. And then when I am back... Where's my camera? Webcam, okay. So I'm going to step away for 30 seconds just to get myself some water. When I'm back, we can draw this and we'll get the next person running. Alright, I'm back, and let's draw ourselves a winner. Tim Lagore. Sorry, Tim Lagore, but I'm vetoing your free ticket. Nilium. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing. But, Nilium, you are the next contestant on Dungeon Masters of Entrath. Okay, let me... Rigged. Right, Tim Lagore? I know you know the rule, so... Plus I was your free ticket, so you're fine. Whisper... L-A-N-A-D-E-L-N-I-H-L-I-U-M. Ready when you are. Oh, did I get your name wrong? I can't spell. Uh-oh. Just conceded a draft match. Well, then I hope your commons and uncommons deck is good. I can take out the dungeon. My in-game name is Thrawn, so if you send me Thrawn, so if you send me a whisper, I will send you a challenge as soon as you're ready. Hello, there we go. Okay, and I should have Apologies, I should have set this up to... How far will? I'm abbreviating your name for the sake of this contest, but L-A-N-A-D-E-L, yeah, Lanadel. Okay, and get the contest image up there. Okay, so bets are open again for progress on this one, and I will send the challenge. 3 minutes to buy in. And where'd my chat go? Alright, this hand is fine. It's being picky today. I don't know if you actually have 5 credits or not, but for some reason it's not letting... It's rejected bets before. We'll just say. Too poor to bet. That's okay. You earn 1 credit per minute, so in very short order you will have enough credits that you can start bidding on things and trying to inflate your stash. Alright, so Cloud Runner number 1 and Cloud Runner number 2. That was a pretty ridiculous draw to get 3 Cloud Runners this early. Oop, and I missed another song I have to skip so that our video doesn't get muted. Thought I pruned all that stuff out. Very mean draw. Okay. Swing in with the Cloud Runners. Let's see, how much longer is that? Open for 38 seconds. I gotta try to get the timing of on those better, because otherwise you kinda can place bets seeing how the first round is gonna go. Seeing red. deck does obey the same rules you're forced to play under about what can be in the deck.
You will like this video. You will not dislike this video.
Okay, so trading
share
Ember
it.
Tongue Skarn for Spellstone
You will annoy
Gargoyle.
your friends with the constant posting of this video on Facebook.
And a second flock
You
of
will
seagulls is
subscribe
coming
to the
down.
videos. You will not leave a lame comment about Chuck Norris in the comments. The piano guys now control your life. You will start cello lessons now.
Another Ember Tongue Skarn. And now we're in top deck mode. Alright. Play the Cloud Speaker. Who wants +2/+1? You want +2/+1. End the turn. Concession. It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. But Fiona is proving problematic. Well played, though. Well played. And let's update the grand prize list. Newsroom 1, whoever picked instant loss is the... You earned some credits. I feel like Bombus was the worst thing to go with. Let's get updating the grand prize list. And onto that, we shall add a Sting Shot Sniper. And I will open up the giveaway for entry again. So that y'all can buy your way in. Be as greedy or conservative as you want. This is the first week of the show, so tickets cost $1 and everybody gets a free ticket. The cost on those is going to go up next week, probably 5 tickets for 5 credits a ticket. Which is still not all that much when you think you get a ticket a minute. Or a credit a minute. I gotta stop using those two words interchangeably. Tim Lagore, who is eligible to face the dungeon again, now that there's been some buffer, going in with a 100-ticket dream. SM Red going in with 5. We've got 105 tickets in the pool. Yeah, not super much. Plus, I'm trying to have other people, you know, give other avenues to win or win credits. It does determine how many tickets somebody could throw in. Yeah, assuming you can afford an actual ticket. Los Presente in with 10 tickets, so we've got 115 tickets in this pool right now. And Honeyfinch has 2 KO. Still nice, 10 times as many as 10 creds. No rares and legendaries. Oh yes, Liquidator. FK for a while. No rares or no legendaries for the deck. That is the only deck building requirement for this entire dungeon. So theoretically, if you have one incredible deck of commons and uncommons only, you could clear the whole dungeon with one deck. I do say theoretically because you may be better served having decks ready to build the specific... What is with the bot rejecting some people? Well, you're already in there for 10. It's being really the bot's being really poopy about letting people up their ticket count. Yeah, because you entered the command properly. Fortunately, I don't have the ability to go in there and God change it. Alright, I'm gonna give it about another 30 seconds or so, and then we're gonna draw. Oops, I'm losing track of all my windows. Bots gotta be bots. Yep. Alright. So get all my windows in place and draw a winner. And the winner is going to be Tim Lagore, the 100-ticket dream. You are the next contestant on Dungeon Masters of Entrath. And finish up that giveaway. Except it's rigged. The 100-ticket dream is a real thing. Okay, we're gonna put that away for now. And switch over to bidding mode. Contest set up. Oh look, I already have one called How Far Will Tim Lagore Go? This time. So I may have to murder you in your dungeon. I will take a look at this. Here, accept. I won't reject you live on stream like that. But you have to realize I'm trying to juggle quite a lot of different monitors at the same time to keep this whole thing running. I really could do with 3 monitors to more easily keep track of everything I'm doing. But okay, so we've got bids open on Tim Lagore. Place bets now on how far Tim Lagore will go. And we will get started. Minimum bet, I believe, is 5 on the contest. He's rolling in with Kentagarn Slate. And this hand is trash. Double Diamond and Thunderbirds. This has a shot. It just needs another Saf. Pretty cool way to earn prizes. Thank you. Yeah, it's you know, make people earn it through conquest of a dungeon. You feel like a badass if you're the one who manages to successfully complete the challenge. And I'm trying to think through more ways to. I'm hoping a single deck can't handle all the rooms. If one deck can take out, you know, 4 to 5 different encounters, then I didn't do a very good job as a deck designer. Yeah, you're allowed to change decks between rooms. Okay, we're gonna start by throwing down the cloud shapers just to have a little bit of a, or cloud speakers to have a little bit of a buffer from early aggro. And it doesn't look like anybody wanted to wager on Tim Lagore's performance this time. Ye of little faith. So we'll take that off screen. I'm looking into other kind of game showy ways to now you don't know what you're going to face beforehand when the dungeon is new, but the decks don't change. So if you're a regular watcher of the show and you've seen other people make some attempts through the dungeons, then you're going to have an idea what is coming in each room so that you're going to know what to build around. But, you know, just like if in any kind of a video game, if you're walking into a dungeon for the first time, I mean, unless you're looking at a wiki or something, but normally in a dungeon delve, you're not going to know what's in the dungeon before you've set foot inside. And so this kind of plays on that same theme of entering the unknown, and then as you kind of learn and see, then you know how to adapt to it. Alright, so in comes Hornet Bot. And so we have not great threshold right now. We're going to have double air superiority and nothing yet that can fly. Odd draws. My non-existent flyers are super OP. And I'm gonna hold off on using the charge power right now. I don't know if that's correct. So much birds at the beginning. There's another Electroid. And there's a Terrobot. And we can't do anything else. Kismet, please! Honeyfinch here. Skip. The troll is the threshold situation is not ideal. And another Terrobot. Dark Star X. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Thank you for following. Hope you're having a good time watching the Dungeon Masters of Entrath, where Fiona Honeyfinch is getting outflown at her own game. Oh, another Thunderbird. Can I borrow a Saf Shard? I'm not seeing a lot of use of that charge power. Use for his, yeah, because there's nothing going in the crypt. I don't know, got a ruby to trade for it. Block. Block. Gotta eat all the rest. Oh, there's a sapphire. Now that this is over. Two, three. 3-3. Well, I've done enough already. Hope I've done enough already. I think probably. I think we just need bodies in the air. Yeah, because block, block, block. I think this is pretty much the end. Continue to declare defense. Okay, so a flock of seagulls will block one of the pterobots. That has to block another. That will block there. Stop two. Stop that one with the potential to grow. That's 2 damage coming through, but anything else is lethal. Burn! Fiona Honeyfinch is down! Fiona's down! Alright, and now I'm going to bring up the dungeon map again. You have your choice of room 2, 3, or 4. Reminder, coin flips are going to decide who goes first through the entire dungeon. Because I forgot to set rules about that, but I think since the power level is mostly even, it's fine. Which way to the beer? Well, the beer is hidden in room 6, and you have to kill a boss to get it. Room 4. Alright. Tim Lagore's rolling the dice. Or no, Eternal... Room 4, I'm told. Let's go there. Tim Lagore challenge. Silver Dungeon Room 4. What is behind door number 4? Behind door number 4 is Sagebrush. And a god-awful hand. That's not good either, but at the end of that last one. I think I've done enough already. Here, you work it out. Good thing I knew what was here so I could build for it. Well, this deck is actually known, because I believe this is a copy-paste of Room 4 from Dungeon 1. All the other decks are unique. But I did carry over one. Gonna let the Gearsmith live and pass the turn. Down comes Construction Plans Hornet Bot. Down comes an Electroid. Let's start stacking some prophecy triggers. And pass the turn. Okay, so he's on. Timogor is on 2. Needs one more troop to get Electroid to be functional, and there it is. There's another construction plans. Timogor's managed to unintentionally hammer on one of the biggest weaknesses of this deck, which is that it doesn't have great anti-flyer tech. And in comes 3 damage. That's a shard. Going to empower this for a bigger body, although it's suicide to swing into that. You can't block and you can't block. And just pass. There is an answer for that. There is an out. In theory. Although I think that turn artifact into Warbot. This is pretty much over. Yep, 3, 4, that's it. That's all that was needed. Room 4 falls. There's an out when I have lethal on board. Yeah, I missed that. I had an answer to there was an answer to a Tarobot, but not all that other crap. So room 4 gets you into room 5. I guess I didn't really need to bring the map up for that, did I? Challenge. Room 5. Send challenge. Let's see what you got. Well, if you want to go to room 2, maybe I'd make you fight room 1 again. No. 2-0 every match except the one you conceded. Well, yay for victories. I'm going to play this, but I think there might have been an error with this deck. Actually, I think I took wrong deck. I don't think this is the right deck. I want to check this real quick. This... Is that seriously the deck? I think I might have made a mistake here. Load deck. Silver... Yeah, that's... It's supposed to be War Master Fuzzico. I picked the wrong deck. I definitely picked the wrong deck. Okay, chat, stop scrolling for a second. Challenge. Yep, that was Dungeon 1, Room 5. We're supposed to go Silver Dungeon, Room 5. Well, that was the deck that the deck that was shown on screen was Room 5, which you'd cleared. That was the last dungeon. That was the, I entered into the game with the Briar Legion deck from dungeon number 1. You didn't see what was in room 5. Although I guess you did get a look at the champion. No, dwarves forever! Alright, now that we have the proper deck... Seriously? That soloist, though. Better. First hand was too many shards, some nice actions, but no follow-up. So Cottontail Ronin and pass on. And a tunneled troop. Similar, yes, but abiding to the rules of the dungeon. Ronin Assault! Not such a good start, I fear. Alright, let's swing with our angry Ronin. Yeah, this is not looking good. Uh-oh, Tim Lagore's worried. 3 Ronin was probably just what I didn't want you to draw. And throw down the Ember Tongue Skarn and the Ashwood Soloist. Another attack does not have speed, so we'll let him sit. Pad Specialist. Tunneling 3 speed. Deploy another target troop you control gets +1/+1 in flight. Not much good on its own. What you get for keeping the wrong hand. At least I get to kill an orc. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We already have lethal, so. Or do you? Just the bad manners dungeon troll finish. But Tim Lagore out at room 5. It was a good run. First person to successfully take down Fiona Honeyfinch. Crushes through room 4. Except no victors yet, and the prize pot grows. Onto that, we shall add a purge, which I believe is still going to be legal, although it might be a little bit slow for this meta. But that's alright. So it's now 2:43. I will do one more run, and then we're going to call it a day. So this is going to be your last chance for the day. And let me see here. We go advanced. entry. Okay, the drawing's not up yet. Oops. Dungeon entry, 1 ticket. Cost, 1 free ticket. And max tickets. We're going to put max tickets on this one, so it's going to be capped at 100. Alright. Last run of the stream. Getting kind of a lot of glare on the screen here. I'm gonna draw my shade a little bit so there's not quite so much glare on me. Dungeon Master's not meant to look that angelic. Okay, that's a little better. It also cut down the glare on my screen. Why do the 2 bots give different credit numbers? Oh, I'm only showing RevloBot in here. What's the other bot? Because I do have a couple bots in here. Yeah, you can only buy 100 tickets. If, that could be because, let me see if this bot's in there. Okay, yeah, that's because... Just going to disconnect that. It's because you may have seen multiple credit numbers because I had my old bot in the channel as well by accident. And my old bot should not... Pelion bot? Yeah, Pelion bot should not be trusted. So I took it out of the channel because we're not using that. I just took it out now, but that's why you're seeing 2 credit numbers. Trust what RevloBot tells you, because that's where the giveaways are coming from. Okay, that's weird. So when you type in 2 purchases, it looks like, because I've got Liquidator the First for 1, and then Liquidator the First for another 99. So you're in there for 100. Yeah, I'm not sure I trust RevloBot either, because it's been denying some people tickets. But we have 4 people entered in now, 221 tickets for the final run of today's stream. And we'll be back on at our normal time on Wednesday night next week. The status of next Sunday's stream is up in the air. I'm still trying to find out what the status is on a couple of social plans that I've been trying to work out for the last week. There may be a Sunday noon stream. It's okay, when it picks me again, we'll know it's fair. No, it's rigged. There may be a Sunday noon stream next week. It may be a couple hours later than normal. Or if I have 2 different social things that happen to line up with each other, there may not be a Sunday stream. But there will be a stream next Wednesday at the usual time. That is going to be the weekly. You can count on it, guaranteed. It's the Sundays that are going to vary week to week. So I'm going to give it about another 30 more seconds here, and then we shall draw for the day's final challenger. I wish it would show this on screen. It's kind of annoying that it does not. But let me see here. Make sure that the giveaway image is there. And we're going to draw a winner. Liquidator the First is drawn as the winner. Congratulations. And I think I've got... don't have you on my PM list anymore. But I believe it's still Liquidator / Whisper LIQU. are. Let me know when ready. Have 100 tickets. Clearly that was rigged. Alright, challenge. And this time we're going to make sure that we always pick the correct deck. Silver Dungeon Room 1. Liquidator with the Lionel Flynn. Target troop gets +3/+0 for 5 charges. Okay, so an air superiority, flock of seagulls. This is definitely a keepable hand. Baby Yeti. We're doomed. Baby Yeti turn 1. And just end the turn. Okay, so it's a Ruby Wild Lionel Flynn shell. I like that combo. And I'm gonna do the flock of seagulls just for a little bit of defense here since we're playing behind. Don't mess with the flock. Unless it gets immediately burned. Because that's a thing that can happen to flocks of seagulls. I'm sure he won't burn it. Yeah, nobody ever burns a flock of seagulls. It's probably fine. You definitely swing into a flock of seagulls. Because at worst you just bat them away. And they annoy you. Another Mentor of Okenge. Two Thunderbirds. It's 3. Let's nerf them. Be resource efficient and put out the Stern Infinitor and pass. Stern Infinitor is a better burn target. Vine Lash. There's the flyer hate tech. And Bolt Spasm will come down. Hex designers clearly never encountered real seagulls, so there wouldn't be a 0 there. That's right, them seagulls, they're gonna go for your eyes. Well, we know which one we're blocking. And that gets +2/+1. Can't do that the same turn. But let's throw that down to have a bigger butt on the field to soak up some damage.
I will finish what you started.
Another Baby Yeti. And of course swinging with everything, because why not? Okay. So there's a lot of options here now. Could just play the Spellstone Gargoyle. Could play a Thunderbird and an Air Superiority. I think that's the play. Expand the presence. Beef up our troops. Lash kills on Superior Gargoyle. That it does. Although at this point, Flock of Seagulls is kind of becoming a better... Okay, Crushing Blow on the Baby Yeti will kill the Thunderbird. Gonna Okenge Ceremony to pull a troop. And there's another Bolt Spasm. So, Thunderbird out. +2/+1 is not enough to really make that anything. Three, one. Kind of feeling like Cloud Speaking onto the Flock of Seagulls, because it doesn't add that much to give another 1 defense here, especially with all that health still crashed through. Or just hold up for... All those are 1 defense though. Yeah, we're just going to hold and save the Ripple. Leave that open. Right now, those are the 2 biggest threats. Block there. Oh, we misspoke. There's the biggest threat. And immediate gladness that the Time Ripple was held up. Continue to declare defense. Block. 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 Let's see, this would block Yeti. And then block, yeah, so we're okay to swing in. And if the Yeti doesn't come down, then the play might be Flock of Seagulls kills Bolt Spasm, Cloud Speaker chumps Mentor of Okenge, so that can't get the Okenge Ceremony. Okay, no attack. Target troop you control gets flight. Troops you control with flight get +1/+1. So we'll just make our Cloud Shaper a flyer now. And okay, so that's a 4/6. This is now a 2/6. Flock of Seagulls doesn't need to get any more power than it already has. Let's spread the power. Make Cloud Shaper great again. It's now joining the troops it so wanted to join in the skies. I'm only going to swing with the Thunderbird just because health is only 7 and I'm a little bit of a wuss with math. Vine Lash says no. Sad Thunderbird is sad. Okay, and there's the 5 resources. So Yeti is playable. So Flock of Seagulls blocks Yeti. Spellstone Gargoyle blocks Bolt Spasm. I'm not sure. Because that's not combat damage. I think that works. Probably fishing for another Yeti. And we have a Bolt Spasm. Only get a swing in with 1. Let those grow stronger. And I can go ahead and use the charge power here. I think that would kill us, because then that stops the Infinite Yeti block. Seagulls are not afraid of Yetis. Alright, air superiority number 2. That's 6, 10, that's 13. That's still not lethal in the air. So I'm going to hold back enough that I shouldn't leave myself open to alpha damage. Because that was the fear. Second Yeti. And a baby Yeti. So block. 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 And that's 3. That's 5 damage getting through. Close, but not... Oh no! I think that's lethal. I think I... Well, no, maybe not, because that has to be... That has to be assigned pre-combat. Alright, so declare defense. Block. 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 That's 3. No, that's 7. That's 7, because that's stopping 4. That's stopping 5. That's stopping 5. That's 3, 6, 7 in. Got there. Yep, swing. Got through. That was super close. Super close. Alright, so now I just need to know between rooms 2, 3, or 4 where Liquidator wants to go from here. Very good game. That was a very close one. It was a very close one. I thought I could swing in and not leave myself open to the lethal counterback, but did not work out that way. Baby Eddie. The Lionel-inspired Baby Yeti. Tim Lagore wants you to do room 2, but you get the pick. All 3 rooms will get you into room 5. Been watching, if you've been watching the last few runs, you've seen room 4, but rooms 2 and 3 are unknown. Nope. The dungeon keeps its secrets. Chat may help you with things, but I as the dungeon master will not. Can't make it too easy for you. Reward the dedicated viewers who take notes and know what's coming. Let's go for the fun. Room 3! Scout 3. Okay. Oops, why am I going into mail? That's definitely not the deck I designed for room 3. I was like, I don't think room 3 cheats. Yep, Dungeon 1, Room 3. I definitely see. I did it again. Okay, Silver Dungeon, Room 3. This is the actual deck. Yep, that common Brood Baron. This is gonna get hard for me if I have a whole bunch of dungeons saved. To make sure I'm not picking the wrong deck all the time. Alright, just gotta wait for Liquidator to be ready. Liquidator lose connection again. Okay, I am ready again. Challenge. Silver Dungeon, Room 3. Proper deck this time. No mistakes. You sure you're ready? Long wait times. Okay, so let's try this again. Take 3. Silver Dungeon, 1, Room 3. Yeah, something seems wrong here. Liquidator's saying ready. I'm sending a challenge, but I can't send a PM. Are you seeing my challenges when I send them? This seems odd. You may have... I'll message that in case. You may have deck builder if you are there now. There we go, Liquidator. Silver Dungeon, Room 3. Alright. Sorry for the unplanned gap in action there. My fault. Reading is hard. This is the right deck. Are we playing constructed now? Nope. I did not play test this deck at all. This deck might be incredibly bad. Which is why I was saying much earlier that Room 3 might have been a good choice. You'll see why as this room goes on. Yeah, probably not versus Yotl. This deck may be able to. This deck may do fine by Yotl with a pair of skewers in hand. This deck is. I'm going to sit back, I'm going to let you play things, then I'm going to break your toys. Okay, pops that. Continue to the end of the phase. So, got a fistful of burn here. Nothing's coming out on 5. Go ahead and slap you in the face for 2. And call it a day. Draw 2 cards. Those cards get at the end of their hand. If this is in your hand, discard this. I want to save those for later. And so we wait. Your Liquidator's probably going, what the hell is he doing playing Angus and sitting on 4 resources? Skewer number 3. Continue to add. There's probably a lot of troop hate in that hand that has nowhere to go. Alright, we're gonna just burn you in the face. This is the meta game, the mind game of what's going on here? Oh, look, it's a Ruby Lance and you have no troops. Yeah, I'm gonna crack an impulse. Oh my god, Skewer and Blazing Hammer. Immediate regret. So congratulations on that. Again, if you just popped in chat, that was the bonus room. I really wanted you to play troops because I had a fistful of burn for troops. That would have damaged you too, but You have 25,000 gold coming your way for clearing the bonus room. And it's on to room 5. So, challenge. Silver Dungeon. Nope, not Dungeon 1. Don't do it. Silver Dungeon, room 5. Send a challenge. Two rooms stand in the way of victory. But the wild shards do have to show up. Or this is just going to be hilarious in short order. Clobberdon is a one-shard troop. Nope, sequencing... Not sure the sequencing was quite right there. Missed a point or 2 of damage, but still fine enough for what you're trying to do to me. That's another 5 damage.
Force will be with you. Always.
Wow. Crushing Blow does not work on defense. I think at this point I just have to go all in for the fastest possible kill. Because the shards are not with us. And force Yodel to play something Yodel doesn't do very well, called defense. Okay, that's going to buy some health back, unfortunately. I think that does it. That was enough. My life for a shard. That's game. Final boss. Yeah, no wild shards were had that day. Unfortunately. It's the final battle. Okay, this one should be named Silver Dungeon Final Boss. Send a challenge. Are we going to end the stream on an epic victory with dungeon number 2 cleared? Or an unfortunate defeat where the dungeon remains available for challengers on Wednesday? Good luck with Liquidator. May the Force be with you. Because this deck cheats. We want to get rid of Crackling Bolt this, charge power, sit back a bit, because that's a key part of Yodel's combo. We don't really want to trade any of our pieces. Always kill the regular. Sniper won't live to swing. 0 chance. Yeah, I think that's such a key part of the combo. That's probably correct. And then we'll pump up the next thing and bide time. Okay, Ebony Pawn, Ghostblade Duelist. Okay, there's a 4th shard. Let's get the Stink Troll out. Stink Troll can do some nice things. And if it's removed, well, that's one less removal going towards the sniper. Is this room limiting deck cost to 20 plat? No. There's no. I only put rarity restrictions in place. I'm not going to micromanage to the point that I look up the rarity of your deck. No swing from the Whirling Brutalizer. so Stink Troll is going to come out. He's going to give his buddy a high five. And this buddy's, and they're going to give each other a high five. Hey buddy, you look crushing. Hey buddy, you also look crushing. And then that guy's going to smash in. Stink Troll is one of my favorite cards out of that entire set. Just for my bash you in the face playstyle. Such a good uncommon card. Alright, gonna eat those. Another Whirling Brutalizer. And a burn. Well, that's gonna take care of that Stink Troll. That's a painful swing. 5. I think Liquidator's got it with Yodel. Alright, Tempestuous Blade Dancer has Speed, Crush, and Steadfast, so we'll throw that down. Swing, because there's no reason not to. I think that's just dead on board though. Exhaust, exhaust, swing. GG. Sting Shot Sniper never got to play. And Liquidator has done it! Yeah, the swing was bad. But I wanted to Stink Troll. Okay, so let's see there. Those are all going to SM Red and the Tianost. 12k gold. Plus 25,000 there. The Sting Shot Sniper and the Purge. All that is for Liquidator. Yodel, bloody Yodel! Alright, congratulations, Liquidator. So, next week, I'm going to have 2 different dungeons up, because they're both kind of themed as a pair, and you can pick which one you want. There's going to be an Ardent dungeon and an Underworld dungeon. In either of those dungeons, whatever dungeon you're playing, you want to be playing the opposite. So if you want to challenge the Ardent dungeon, you should have Underworld decks. If you want to do the Underworld deck, you need to make Ardent decks. Now, I will have 2 modes of these dungeons, and I'm going to post this information up later, but I just want to tell you all now, so you can start thinking about this for Wednesday and on. There's going to be an easy mode and a hard mode for the Ardent dungeon and the Underworld dungeon. Easy mode is play any deck you want. If you can clear the dungeon, then you'll get a selection from a small prize pack. If you play it in hard mode, then you're going to be eligible for the normal grand prize. And the way these dungeons are going to be paired is that if you're attempting to do this in hard mode, you want to play the deck that's diametrically opposed to the other race. You know, you want to play the race that hates the race I'm playing. Faction. The way it'll go is if you're playing on regular mode for the smaller prize pool, just factioned is fine. If you're going to want to challenge the dungeons on hard mode, then if you're fighting the human deck, you need to play a necrotic deck. And if you're playing against the elves, you need to have a dwarfed robot deck. And that one's going to be a little bit relaxed on the faction requirement, because I don't think robots count for factions, but dwarves need them. If you're playing Coyote, you need to use Shin Hair, you know, and then vice versa for the other dungeon. If you're challenging the Underworld dungeon, then you need to have a human deck to go against the necrotic deck. There are not going to be final bosses for these dungeons. It's just going to be, those are the 4 fights, and you can take them on in any order. What about neutral decks? We don't really have enough races. If you could squeeze some neutral troops into your deck and still fit the faction theme, that's fine. But that's kind of where I'm going with these next 2. Just to kind of play into the whole war theme. I may try to design design final bosses for these where anything goes, as long as it's like necrotic or ardent or underworld troops, where then you're not so specifically race bound. We'll see on that. I'll announce that, but for now, definitely plan on, if you're going for hard mode and the better prizes, to have a racial decks for each Ardent race or Underworld race, depending on which dungeon you're challenging, to be ready to combat those decks. And the map is going to... I don't even know if I'm going to make maps for those, because it's just going to be, you know, tell me which one of the 4 races you want to fight, and then, you know, okay, are you doing this on easy mode or hard mode? So I know if you're bringing in just kind of an anything goes deck, or if you're bringing in a specific, you know, challenged aligned deck, and then we'll go at it. So that's kind of the plan on things, and that's going to start on Wednesday, the 15th, so this coming Wednesday, 7 p.m. my time. I'm US Central. A lot of the conversions are up on my Twitch page here, and I'll have any details available on my Twitch profile here, and if you follow me on Twitter at Thrawn Omega, I will have more information there too. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. It was a fun afternoon, and I will see you on Wednesday.